Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're good, hope you're well, and happy April. Like, how quickly is this year going? And I'm particularly excited for this month because it is my birthday month, and I feel like if you are a girl and don't get excited about your birthday, then are you even a woman? I don't know. I really don't know. Because I feel like us as women, we have like a pre-birthday celebration. And then you've got all these different friends that you must do different things with. And it just can be a whole palaver. But then saying that, I think this year, I'm going to relax. Last year I did the most. It was like planning a wedding. And I'm turning the big 3-0 next year. So I think I'm just going to take several seats. But back on track. Yeah, I just thought as the year is going on that we could just talk about how to not despise our small beginnings. I know that we might have set goals and objectives at the beginning of the year, or even as the year has gone on, you've thought of new things or new ventures that you want to get into. That's so important that we do not get discouraged from our lack of resources, a lack of connections, whatever it is, but that you do not despise your small beginning, that small vision that you might have. So yeah, I'm just going to talk you through a few tips that I found helpful, and I'm still trying to apply in my own life as to executing that goal, that vision, developing yourself, whatever it is. So yeah, the first one being is just start the damn thing. For the longest time I've been talking about starting a YouTube channel, or just doing a YouTube channel, and I remember saying to my friend, like, oh, I don't have anything, like, what do? I don't have a camera, blah blah blah, I don't have lights, and they were just like, just start the thing, just start it, just use what you have. And I think it's very important that sometimes we might not have the connections, we might not have the networks, we might not have the resources, but it's important, whatever you have in your hand, use it. And that's quite important. And I think sometimes, or that we forget our own ability and our own skills, that you don't need external stuff. So if it is within your something that you can do, remember that you have your mind, and that's your greatest asset, really, to be able to achieve whatever it is. And I think another thing is to remember that when you want to do something, there's a thing that says if you don't do something within 5 seconds, then you're not going to do it at all. So it goes back to that that thing of when you've got that passion, strike the iron when it's hot, like my dad says. Just go for it. When you've got that passion, if you can't stop thinking about it, then go ahead and achieve it. And the second thing would be, say you do not have the resources to be able to execute what it is that you want to achieve, then like the world is your oyster. We live in a day and age where there's Google, when there's people who have been through what we've been through. Solomon says in the Bible that there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing. So you can always reach out to someone who might not exactly have achieved what you want to achieve, but like, talk to someone, read, go on, read, research. And I just came up with this three rule of mine. So research, reach out, and react. So research what it is that you want to do. Talk to people who have gone before you, or maybe people who have not gone before you and achieve the same thing, but who might be able to steer you in the right direction. And I think sometimes that's what it goes. It's important to also share your vision with other people, and because they might not have the exact skills that you need, but they can maybe direct you or suggest something. And then linking back to the first point that we spoke about, react. Once you then have that information, act upon it. Don't just leave it and be like, oh, I'll do it when I have more time, I'll do it when I have more money. Yes, I guess that's a factor, but don't leave it too long. Just go for your passion. The third thing is love yourself enough to want better for yourself. I know that it's important to, I guess, love your skin. Yes, be happy, be content in what you have. But part of being a human is really developing and becoming a better person. You don't remain a baby. You don't remain a child. You become better. You want better for yourself. And I think, especially for us who have been blessed, I guess, with the access to the internet or the access to higher education, whatever it is, you want to elevate yourself and really grow with that. So really love yourself to want better for yourself, because at the end of the day, sometimes you might be your biggest cheerleader. And the one thing that I'm learning as I get older in my age is that you are really the only person or the one constant in your life. So yeah, like, love yourself to do better for yourself. And then the fourth thing is, perfection is the enemy of progress. That just because you want something to be perfect, that will take time. It'll take time for you to get to that perfection. And I'm not saying don't do things to the highest standard that you can do, but sometimes it requires for you to just go ahead, just release that first video. I know for definite my first few videos, even now, are not at the standard of people who are more seasoned than me. But like, I'm trying and I'm learning and I'm going on YouTube, like, what can I do to make this better? Listening to other people's advice as well. And it's understanding that just because you haven't got to the final destination, that life is a journey and you'll perfect things and things will get better along the way. The idea is not to be perfect, because no one is, but just to do your best. And in that best, you'll grow to another level. And then fifth and finally is to do not compare yourself to other people's. Do not compare your day 1 to someone's day 60. No, don't even compare your day 1 to someone else's day 1, because I'm not living my sister's journey. My sister's not living my journey. It doesn't make sense. And I think also look at other people, but at the same time get inspired by other people. And I think once you get that inspiration, actually look where they've come from. I can also do that as well. But then don't let, I guess, jealousy or comparison creep into your mind. I know it's very easy in this day and age where everything's so accessible and you're on Instagram and you think, oh my gosh, look at that body. Like, how did she get that? First of all, you do not know how that person got that. You don't know what struggles, what dodgy deals they might have had to do to achieve that. But just stay in your lane, slay it in your own lane, and get inspiration from other people, because in doing what you're doing, you do not know who else you're inspiring. So just to run through those 5 points, the first one is to just start, just begin. If you do not have the resources, then research, reach out and react. And then the third thing is just to love yourself enough to want better for yourself. The fourth thing is to remember that perfection is the enemy of progress. And then fifthly is do not compare yourself to other people, but instead be inspired by other people. So as the year goes on and you continue to develop or pick up new hobbies, new projects, new goals, that you really just go ahead and do not despise your beginning, because you do not know where you're beginning, or that beginning, how it will go on, how it will carry on, and how it will end as well. I hope you guys found this really useful. Just remember to love yourself, and if you enjoyed this video, please do consider subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Take care, bye.